Howdy friends, my name is Dustin Hanusch. Today we're going to learn how to tune a guitar using a standard clip-on tuner and using the technique known as relative tuning. Okay, so before we get into tuning the guitar, we're going to talk about the names of the different strings. So a guitar has 6 strings. Each string has 2 names. But first of all, we can agree that this sounds much lower than this. When we talk about heights on the guitar, we're talking about height of pitch rather than actual physical heights. These 3 strings are at the top of the guitar, whereas these 3 strings are at the bottom of the guitar. The guitar is sort of set up upside down. So each string has 2 names, a number name and a letter name. So the number names start from the top and go to the bottom. String 1, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, and string 6. And the letter names are as follows: E, B, G, D, A, and E. So first we're going to visit a vibration tuner. The way that this works is you clip it to the head of your guitar and it picks up the vibrations in the guitar. The brand that I use is called Snark, and this is a Super Snark 2. So after clipping the tuner to the head of the guitar, you have to press the button to turn it on. Here on the display screen we see a couple things. We see a letter representing the pitch that the string is, and a color representing whether it's perfect, flat, meaning low, or sharp, meaning high. So look at what happens when I strike the string number 1. So the color is right in the middle and green, which is where we want it, and notice the pitch is E, which is also where we want it. Let's see string number 2. Right in the middle, green, pitch is B. String number 3. Looking pretty good. Maybe it's a little bit high. Much better. String number 4, D, 5, A, and 6, E. Now let's see what it would look like if it was out of tune. I'm going to intentionally untune the top 3 strings. So now I'm going to strike string number 1 and see the color is in the red, meaning it is flat or low. So I'm going to turn the tuning peg away from me to tighten the tension and see the pitch raises, and now it is green. String number 2, same thing, too low. Turn the tuning peg away from me. String number 3, see it's way too low, it's even down at F sharp. And now we're comfortably at G. Alright friends, now we're going to learn a technique called relative tuning, which is a handy way to tune your guitar when you don't have a tuner at your disposal. We call it relative tuning because we're going to end up tuning all the strings relative to string number 6, the low E string. Here's the way it works. I'm going to take my first finger and put it on fret number 5 of the low E string. And I'm going to get that to sound. Now I'll play the open string 5. And notice they're the same pitch. That principle is true throughout the guitar. 5th fret on string number 5 will sound the same as open string number 4. 5th fret on string 4 sounds the same as the open 3rd string. Now you have to change it a little bit, go to the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and that corresponds with the open B string. And then back to the 5th fret of the 2nd string, the same pitch as the open high E string, string number 1. So how does this help you tune the guitar? So say for example my string number 5 is out of tune. Okay? So now I will hold down the 5th fret of string 6 and test it against the open 5th string. They don't have the same sound. And in fact, the open 5th string sounds lower than the 5th fret, which means I have to raise the tuning. sounds better. And perfect. Now I'll try the same for another string. So say, for example, the D string. So I'm going to hold down the 5th fret on the A string. But this time, the open D string sounds too high. So I'm going to lower it. Much better. A little bit lower, though. Ah, there you go. So, using this method, you tune the guitar to itself. So, that being said, if the low E string is out of tune, the whole guitar will essentially be out of tune, but it'll be in tune with itself, which makes it playable for a solo performance. So, for example, if your low E string happens to be out of tune by half a step to E flat and you use the relative tuning process, the entire guitar will be down a half step. And then this will become relevant to you once you go and try to play with another musician. And the musicians even tune relatively to each other. Like you'll see guitarists give each other an E string and tune off of that. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the comment section. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos of a similar nature. Visit me on Patreon and become a patron for access to exclusive content like tabs, MP3s, sheet music, one-on-one video lessons, etc. And visit me at my official website, foregroundmusic.net. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time.